Stephen Pohorkis here with S&J Associates. I'm here in Stockton, California on 101 degrees out here in Stockton, California, which is why I'm not wearing my suit. But I have the honor and the privilege of speaking to a Mr. Michael O'Neill. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Stephen.
Wow, good to see you here.
Me.
Yes. Michael, I have 3 questions and 3 questions only for you.
Okay.
Ready?
Sure.
Okay. First question, tell me about you. Tell the viewing audience about Michael O'Neill.
Well, I get asked that a lot, and depending on the audience, I decide what my answer is going to be.
Okay.
And the one that I love to do the most is that I'm a grandfather.
Okay.
And I've got 4 kids, and I've got, I think we're calling it 12 grandchildren now. And I've been married for going on 51 years. Yes.
Let me shake your hand, sir.
Thank you.
It's kind of a big deal. Yeah. Wow. You don't hear that often, but yeah, wow.
No, you don't.
Wow.
And I have the privilege of being involved in parental learning for going on 27 years. And before I started that, or when I started that process, I was an electrical technician for many, many years.
Good job.
A very lucrative job. And but it had an effect on me. I realized that when you're working with electricity, you need to know what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Or you could have a short career.
Yes, sir.
That was a joke. You can laugh later about it. But
yeah.
But I had the good fortune of being involved in my community at a time where parents and schools were kind of at odds, more than the usual time. And because of that, I was one of several people that were called to do something about that, whatever that was, because it was one of those situations where the parents weren't happy about something, and it would come on the news, and it was kind of overwhelming the news and taking the time away from the school half hour or the school 5 minutes, whatever that was that you would normally hear about. What you heard about instead was the adults were arguing. Maybe talking about some kind of picketing or something like that at schools. And so the mayor said, we need to fix this. And because I was an electrician, and in my life, I trained every day about electricity. I offered that, Mr. Mayor, I think parents need to have the opportunity to help figure the thing out for themselves, a continuous learning environment. And, everybody looked at me and they said, okay, Mike, well, what do you propose? I said, let's ask them. Let's ask the parents what a learning environment looks like for them. And that started the journey that I've been on now for 27 years.
Wow.
Of asking parents what they'd like to learn. What do they think that they need to know to be better human beings and to be better parents? And Parent University was born back in Y2K. You remember
I remember Y2K. I remember Y2K.
Parent University was born that year. And we've been going on ever since, hundreds and thousands of people.
Wow. Second question. Tell me more about, in short detail, what does that encompass of
So Parent University, most importantly, creates a space. What's more important than how we do it that day is that the space exists where a parent can come in there and feel comfortable that they're not going to be judged, that they're going to be seen as honorable, and they're going to be seen as like the keystone, what we like to call them are the CEOs of their families.
Okay.
You see, we do anything we can to diminish that sense of they're not being valued or they're not being at the top of the pyramid.
Okay.
They are the linchpin, right?
Okay.
So what we tell them that over and over again, but then once again, like I said, we ask them, what do you want to learn? Because as you know, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
Okay, so your brain, it doesn't matter the subject so much, it matters that you're using it. You see? So we might have a parent university day, because there are several models, that it's on a Saturday and you get there at 9 o'clock or 9:30, and you're met with breakfast, you're met with childcare. We might even roll in a bus. We might even have a bus come through the community where you can
Pick
get a
you up.
ride to and from Parent University. And once you get in there, like I said, there's breakfast waiting on you. There are booths all over the place, service providers from all over the community. By the way, we have a plethora of service providers that come to Parent University because there's going to be hundreds of parents and they get a chance to, distribute their wares, whatever it is.
Okay.
But then you have this period where we talk about how are we doing, all of us today, and what would you like to see from Parent University? Then we call that our plenary, but then we send them all to class. So class looks like you can walk down the hallways of a school or a community center or a faith-based organization,
Okay.
or a business,
Okay.
or we can have it anywhere. And while you're going to class or going by the vendor booth, the children are being watched by qualified child care people.
Okay.
Then, while we have 2 periods, 2 or 3, once again, there's so many ways we can do this. So we have,
Okay.
say, 2 periods of classes that parents pick. They picked it. I want to say this.
Okay.
There is no pass or fail in any of the classes that you take. None.
Thank God.
There's no
Wow.
pass and fail.
Okay.
The fact that you got up and brought your children here
Right.
meant you passed. And we're going to praise you for it because you deserve to be. But you can go to any class, 2 classes, then they come back. The children have already been fed while they were in class.
Okay. Okay.
So we separate them and we keep them separated
Okay.
all day so the parent can be a student again.
Okay.
But this time they're not worrying about failing. You see,
Got it.
they're being treated like bosses, like we like to call them. So that when they leave this thing, they feel good about themselves because they should. Well, then they come back after they went to classes and they have lunch. And we like to give them a nice lunch. And then we ask them for, what did they learn today? What did you learn? And you'd be surprised at how once they come to trust that this is not a bait and switch.
Right.
We're not trying to trick them. We are actually here because we think when they feel good about themselves, they're going to raise better children. The children are going to see this. Their neighbors are going to see this. Their uncles, their aunts are going to see, wow, boy, he's really into this whole parent learning thing now. Legitimately,
Right.
it's not a scam because we think this is an investment in the community. Let me say this. We've been doing this about 27 years in other places around the country. We are so happy to be doing it now here. It's in Stockton. We're so happy about that. But at first, people were a little incredulous about what are you doing? What are you running for? What are what's your motive behind this?
Right.
And so it took a few years before they realized that, they seriously want to do this.
Yeah.
They seriously want this. And at the same time, the parents are starting to understand, no, this is for real.
Mm-hmm.
We can count on this.
Yeah.
And then the resources started coming. Service providers, industry, workforce development folks, they all want good people.
Right.
So they began to contribute to Parent University so we could give bigger and better classroom experiences.
Okay.
You see? And so, yes, we do our part, but in communities where Parent University is existing, the community is to be thanked as much as we are.
Okay.
Because now we're all doing it, everybody in the community. And it's just become an amazing thing. And I can tell you this, we see 3 and 4 generations of families coming to Parent University now. Not just the parent and that child at that time, but now we have had 4 generations of children, 4 generations of family coming into the Parent University, and everybody go their way
Wow.
and learn their stuff. And what it is continuous learning. Continuous learning is as needed as breathing. It's as needed as food, as clothing, because when you stop learning, you start dying.
True.
And we're raising generations of hollowed out trees because they've stopped learning. They've stopped sending the nutrients to this gray matter. And so now you just become this zombie listening to whatever comes on television. All of a sudden you're mad because somebody said something on television. You say, wait a minute, that's just a screen.
Yeah, right. Of someone else's opinion.
Somebody else's opinion.
Right.
But have you discerned for yourself what the truth is?
Right.
See, in discernment, if you haven't had practice discerning, you just become a person in the crowd.
Right.
So we're telling our parents, they are CEOs, chief executive officers,
Chief.
right,
Yeah.
of their houses, and so they need to be on top of their game for not just their children's benefit, but for their own.
Right.
And that was a long answer to a brief question.
but it needed to be answered.
Yes,
And I see that a lot in America right now. It's falling apart.
yes,
And the big part is because of those hollow trees you were talking about.
yes,
So when that big storm comes in,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
And then we're scratching our head like, how did that happen?
That's where we are. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but I will say this, and we believe this sincerely. The decline of any civilization is because the people, the families, have corroded to the point where
There it is.
they're no longer the foundation.
There it is. You hit it right on the nail.
It's we can see it all around us, and it's because when we realize that for all of our life we're important, rather we're children, or rather we're in our working years, or rather we're in our grandparent years.
Everyone is important.
Everyone is important.
Is important.
Innately, they are important. And if you're going to be important, then you need to know what it is you should be doing. And we're here to help you know that. We do not come at you. The reason I identify myself as Michael O'Neill, father, grandfather.
Is there a phone number
Absolutely.
that the audience can?
Well, I can give you my phone
Just-
number. Okay, 912
Okay.
507
Okay.
8566.
All right.
And I'm here to help get this one started. And you're going to be hearing a lot more about us in times to come.
Then you're going to find S&J Associates helping you do that. And it's an honor to shake your hand, sir.
I'm counting on it.
Thank you very much for doing this.
I'm-
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
very
very
welcome.
much. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
This is Stephen Bohorkis with S&J Associates saying thank you for watching.